Welcome, sweet soul. Take a deep breath. Let it move gently through your body like a soft wave returning to the ocean. Right now, you are in a space of warmth, a space where you are deeply loved. It's okay if you've been carrying more than your share. It's okay if your shoulders feel heavy from the battles you've fought, the faces you've had to wear, and the silence you've had to keep. You have done so much. You have been strong in ways no one could see. And now, in this moment, I want to tell you something very important. You are allowed to be soft after being strong. This isn't about stopping. It's about allowing the parts of you that have waited patiently to breathe, allowing the part of you that wants to sit down for a while, to be still, to not carry it all. You are not giving up. You are returning to the tenderness that has always lived inside you, even when life asked you to be still. You see, life often asks us to be strong, to keep going, to hold it together. And we do. We rise, we endure, we lead, we protect. But underneath all of that strength, there is something just as powerful, your softness. Your softness is where your heart speaks. It is where your truth rests. And for too long, the world has made softness seem like weakness, but it isn't. Softness is the language of the soul. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to say, I can't carry this alone anymore. You were never meant to carry it all without a moment of rest. You were never meant to wear your strength like armor day and night. The truth is, even the strongest hearts need a place to rest, and you are now being given that permission from the universe, from love, from me, to rest in your softness. Close your eyes and breathe that in. Let the idea of resting become a gentle light that wraps around you. Let it remind you that softness is safety, that your body wants peace, that your spirit craves stillness. You deserve this. Many people walk through life thinking they must always prove their worth through how much they can bear. But your worth was never tied to what you carry. Your worth is in your being, your essence, your breath, your joy, your tears, your laughter. It is not in the weight of your responsibilities. And so, it's time to put down the weight, if only for a moment. You may have learned that to be safe, you had to be strong. Maybe you grew up too fast. Maybe life threw too much at you, too soon. And maybe that's how you survived. That strength helped you, and for that we honor it. But now you are safe enough to be soft again. Now you can breathe in love and breathe out all that pressure. Your heart is not meant to be a battlefield. Your heart is meant to be a garden, a place where joy can grow again, a place where compassion blooms. And when you water your heart with gentleness, it begins to sing again. It whispers, I am still here. Not everything has to be fought. Not everything needs resistance. Some things, like peace, like healing, like kindness, they come when you soften, when you allow, when you open. Right now, as you listen, your body might be relaxing in places it didn't even know were tense. That's softness returning. That's your inner self remembering its true rhythm. Softness lets us feel. It lets us heal. It lets us receive. And you are worthy of all of that. You are worthy of tears that cleanse you, of hugs that hold you, of words that soothe you. You are allowed to be soft, not because you are broken, but because you are whole. You are allowed to sit in silence and feel your feelings without needing to fix anything. You are allowed to not know, to not have all the answers, to simply be a human being, learning and loving. You don't need to carry the world. You just need to carry your breath, your truth, your peace. That's more than enough. There is a deep beauty in the one who lays down their shield and says, I'm tired and I need care. There is strength in surrender. There is courage in softness. And when you begin to allow yourself to soften, you start to notice life differently. You begin to notice the way the sun filters through the trees, the way your chest rises and falls, the way your thoughts slow down when you speak gently to yourself. And then something shifts. You no longer feel like you have to chase healing. You simply allow it to arrive. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be present. You are not here to perform strength. You are here to know your truth. And part of that truth is that you are sacred. You are valuable, not because of how well you endure, but because you exist. You have a right to be soft, to feel, to fall apart and come back together, to cry and laugh in the same breath. Let that be your medicine today. Let softness hold you like a loving friend. Let it cradle your spirit. Let it remind you of the home within. And if anyone ever told you that you were too sensitive or too emotional, I want you to know that those were gifts, not flaws. Your feelings are not too much. Your empathy is not a burden. Your compassion is not a weakness. These are treasures. These are parts of you that bring light into the world. Don't hide them. Don't quiet them down. Let your softness be the blessing that it is. Say quietly to yourself, I am allowed to be soft. I am allowed to be me. Let that affirmation echo through your chest like a lullaby. Softness is not something we must earn. It is something we return to. Like a river returning to the sea, we come home to ourselves. And in that return, we find peace. In that return, we find clarity. You don't need to fight anymore. You don't need to explain. You don't need to prove. You just need to allow. Allow the tenderness. Allow the stillness. Allow the softness that has waited for you all this time. It is safe to return now. You are safe to be soft. So take one more breath, in through your nose, gentle and slow, and out through your mouth, even softer. Feel your shoulders drop just a little more. Feel your heart open just a little wider. And know deep in your soul that you are loved, that you are seen, that you are cherished, not for what you do, but for who you are. You are allowed to be soft after being strong, and that softness is where your true healing begins. Rest is not a luxury. It is not something you must earn after proving your worth. It is your right, your natural rhythm, your divine reset. When the body aches, it speaks. When the mind spins, it signals. And when the heart feels too full to hold it all, it's whispering, please let me rest. We have lived in a world that glorifies constant motion, doing, pushing, achieving, without pausing to ask if we're okay. But inside of you lives a wisdom that knows when it's time to pause. And you, dear one, have every right to rest. There is no prize for exhaustion. There is no reward for running yourself into stillness through burnout. True stillness is not collapse. It is a conscious choice to listen to your inner voice, to slow down because your soul is calling you inward, and your soul is always calling you to be kind to yourself. You may have gone through seasons where resting felt dangerous, where the moment you stopped, everything crashed in. But now, things are different. Now, you are safe enough to rest without guilt. You are safe enough to put your hand on your heart and say, I deserve to stop. Let this be your sacred permission to sit, to breathe, to nap, to do nothing at all. Rest is not laziness. Rest is preparation. Rest is sacred care. Even the most beautiful trees lose their leaves in winter so they can bloom again in spring. You are allowed to have seasons. You are allowed to have softness in your days. You are not a machine. You are a soul in a body with a beating heart that needs warmth and stillness to feel whole again. When we rest, the body speaks more clearly. The aches begin to fade. The breath deepens. The stomach loosens. The jaw softens. That's the body saying, thank you. Thank you for finally listening. Thank you for not pushing me one more step, because even the strongest parts of you are not meant to carry on endlessly. They are meant to be balanced with care. And your rest is not selfish. It teaches others that they too can pause. It heals generations of overwork, of proving, of carrying. Take a moment right now. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Are they holding tension? Breathe into them. Let them fall. Feel your spine lengthen. Notice how your body responds when you stop rushing. It breathes a little easier. It remembers its rhythm. That rhythm is soft, natural, whole. It's the rhythm of the earth, the moon, the tides, and you belong to that rhythm. You are not behind. You are not wasting time. You are arriving home. When you look in the mirror, I invite you to say gently, I give myself permission to rest. Say it again with love. I give myself permission to rest. Let it echo inside your heart like a sacred lullaby. Your body will hear it. Your spirit will soften. And slowly, the part of you that always felt responsible for everything will begin to loosen its grip. There is strength in choosing peace. There is wisdom in choosing ease. This isn't about avoiding life. It's about choosing life, a fuller, deeper, kinder life, one where you don't always have to be on guard, one where you can sit in the sunshine, sip your tea slowly, and smile just because. The world will wait, the tasks will wait, but your healing, your restoration cannot wait. It needs you now, just as you are, without apology. The more you allow yourself to rest, the more clearly you begin to see. You begin to feel what you've been too busy to feel. You begin to hear the quiet voice inside that says, you matter, you are loved, you are enough. And in that stillness, you remember who you truly are, not what you've been doing, not what others need from you, but the tender, radiant being within. And that is a beautiful home to return to. Softness has often been misunderstood. Some think it means weakness or surrendering power. But real softness is a return to our natural state before the world told us to harden. It is what lives beneath the surface, quietly strong, beautifully alive. Softness is not something you put on. It's something you uncover. It's what happens when you feel safe enough to let your heart lead. And that is where your greatest strength lives. Think of a flower. It grows without force. It opens not by pushing, but by trusting. It doesn't rush its bloom. It opens when the light reaches it. That is softness, a strength that doesn't need to prove itself, a power that trusts its own timing. When you allow yourself to be soft, you are not giving up. You are rising differently. You are choosing a different kind of courage, the kind that says, I don't have to fight everything. The kind that believes peace is more powerful than defense. Softness allows joy to return. It allows love to be received. It allows grace to flow again. And in a world that sometimes feels hard, your softness becomes a sacred offering. It becomes a reminder to others that they too can breathe. They too can be gentle. They too can stop protecting and start healing. You become a quiet light simply by allowing yourself to feel. There is no need to pretend anymore. No need to carry stories that say, I must be tough to survive. You survived. You're here. And now you get to live. Not just survive, but truly live. That begins with being soft enough to feel the breeze on your skin, to let tears fall without judgment, to laugh freely, to speak kindly to yourself. That is sacred work. That is transformation. When you soften, you return to your heart. And the heart always knows what to do. It knows how to love. It knows how to guide. It knows how to forgive, not to excuse, but to free itself. Your softness is your soul, remembering that it was never meant to close. It only closed because it was hurt. But now it is healing. Now it is safe. You do not have to shout to be heard. You do not have to push to be powerful. Your presence, your soft, open presence, is enough. It changes the energy around you. It brings peace into the spaces you walk into. And that is not weakness. That is divine strength. It is the kind of strength that does not wound, the kind that heals, that nourishes, that uplifts. So, when the world tells you to toughen up, smile gently inside. Know that you are choosing something even deeper. You are choosing to be whole, to honor every part of yourself, the fierce and the tender, the bold and the quiet. They all belong. They all matter. And in your softness, you become whole again. The mind and the body speak to one another in ways that words cannot. When the mind is at peace, the body follows. When the mind is filled with worry, fear, or criticism, the body holds that tension. Shoulders rise, the jaw clenches, the breath shortens. It is not your fault. It is your body trying to protect you. But your body wants peace. It longs for ease. And that begins with the thoughts you gently offer it. When you speak to yourself with love, the body hears it. When you think thoughts of calm, the body relaxes. When you begin your day by saying, I am safe, your heart slows its racing. When you affirm, I choose peace today, your nervous system begins to soften. This is the magic of the mind-body connection. You are not separate from your healing. You are the channel through which it flows. Start with your breath. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Inhale gentleness. Exhale everything you no longer need. Do this slowly a few times. Let it become your morning ritual, a sacred gift you give to yourself before the world asks anything of you. This is how you create a safe place inside, by offering yourself loving thoughts again and again. Your body carries your history. Every emotion, every belief, every experience is stored in its sacred memory. But the beautiful truth is this: your body also responds to new choices. It welcomes healing thoughts. It blooms under the sunlight of self-compassion. It is never too late to speak gently to your body. Place your hands over your heart now and simply say, thank you. Thank you to your heart for beating, to your lungs for breathing, to your legs for carrying you. Gratitude is a soft medicine that heals what harshness never could. You may have been told to ignore your body's signals, to push past pain, to keep going. But now you are invited to listen, to ask your body, what do you need today? And to honor the answer, even if it's rest, even if it's stillness, even if it's tears. All of it is part of your healing. There is no wrong way to come home to yourself. When you begin to align your thoughts with your body's needs, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel safe inside your own skin. You begin to feel supported from within. The battles quiet down. the fear loosens, and you find yourself breathing deeper, walking slower, smiling more. This is the gift of the mind-body connection. It reminds you that you are never alone in your healing. Your body is always listening, always responding, always loving. And so, let your thoughts be kind. Let them be soft. Let them speak words of comfort, like a lullaby for your soul. Because when the mind softens, the body follows. And together, they create a place where healing lives. A place where you can be fully, beautifully, unapologetically whole. You deserve that place. You are that place. And it begins with one soft, loving thought at a time. There is a part within that has stood guard for so long, a part that has watched every door, checked every emotion, kept every piece of pain hidden away. That part was trying to protect. It did what it knew best, keeping the walls up, keeping things together, keeping danger out. And it worked. It helped. It kept the heart safe when things felt uncertain. But now, a new chapter begins. One where that protector can finally relax. One where softness can return. This inner protector is not wrong. It is not bad. It does not need to be cast aside. It needs to be honored, to be seen, to be thanked for the role it played. For every moment it kept going when things felt too heavy. For every time it stayed strong when the heart was breaking. But now, it no longer needs to be the only one in charge. Now, it can rest too. Imagine speaking to that part with tenderness, not force, not anger, just loving words, saying, "You've done so well. You kept me going, but now we can try something different. Now I choose peace." That is the beginning of healing, not by pushing the protector away, but by making peace with it, by holding it gently and saying, "You don't need to be so afraid anymore. I am safe now." As you soften toward yourself, you begin to welcome every part of you home. The strong, the soft, the silent, the scarred. All of it belongs. You no longer need to live divided, strong in the daylight, falling apart in the dark. You can be whole. You can be soft and safe at the same time. You can feel and still be protected. You can cry and still be wise. These parts do not cancel each other. They hold hands. They learn to trust each other. And with every breath, you invite more space inside. Space to feel, space to forgive, space to rest. There is no need to rush. There is no need to know what's next. Peace doesn't always arrive with answers. Often, it arrives with acceptance. Acceptance that says, "This is who I am today, and I am enough." So, let the inner protector be held just for a moment. Let it sit by the fire of your own heart and feel safe for once. Let it know that the battle is over, that tenderness has arrived. And in that space, healing flows, not loudly but steadily, not forcefully but deeply. Softness creates room for all emotions, not just the pleasant ones, not just the peaceful ones, but every feeling, anger, grief, joy, fear, awe. They all have something to teach. When you allow softness, you are saying, "I am strong enough to feel it all." You are no longer pushing feelings down. You are letting them rise, move through, and transform. Tears that you once swallowed can now fall safely. And they are not a sign of falling apart. They are a sign that something is being released, that healing is occurring, that your body and soul are finding freedom again. You are no longer suppressing, you are expressing. And that is sacred work. That is how the heart becomes light again. Sometimes the softest moments are the most powerful. Sitting in silence, hand on the heart, letting breath move slowly, whispering, I allow myself to feel. That permission opens doors. It allows joy to return, not through force, but through trust. It allows grief to flow, not with fear, but with grace. And it lets the truth speak, gently, clearly, lovingly. There is nothing wrong with feeling deeply. It is not something to hide. It is something to honor. It means your heart is still alive. It means you are still open to life, even when it's messy, even when it hurts, even when it doesn't make sense. You are showing up for yourself, not by fixing, but by allowing. Take a moment, if you wish, and journal. Simply ask yourself, what am I feeling today? Write without judgment. Let the words flow like water. And if nothing comes, that's okay too. Silence is a feeling. Numbness is a feeling. Everything belongs. Let this be your safe space to express without fear, without needing to be understood, without needing to explain. You are not broken for feeling. You are beautiful for it. You are not too much. You are whole, and your emotions are not storms to be feared, but waves to be witnessed. They come, they go, and you remain, you, the calm shore, always present, always steady beneath it all. There is beauty in opening to support. There is wisdom in knowing when you need help. For so long, support may have felt dangerous, like asking meant weakness, like depending meant disappointment. But that is an old story. You are now rewriting that story, one where asking is brave, where receiving is natural, where love comes in many forms, and you are worthy of them all. Support can look like many things: a quiet walk in nature, a soft blanket that brings comfort, a warm drink in stillness, words that soothe, or simply your own hand resting gently on your heart. These are all ways the universe supports you. These are all love flowing in. Opening to support does not mean losing your strength. It means knowing that strength grows deeper when it is shared, that when you let love in, you become more, not less. And yes, sometimes the world teaches us not to trust, but your heart is wiser now. It knows how to choose what is safe, what is kind, what is true. Let your body receive support too. Let it relax into the arms of the earth. Let your feet feel held by the ground. Let your breath be a friend. Let your thoughts soften. These are not little things. These are sacred acts of allowing. They say, I trust life again. And even if that trust is small, it is enough. It will grow. Take a moment and visualize yourself being gently held, not by anyone else, but by the soft presence of love itself, a light that wraps around you, that says, I've got you. Let that energy hold your shoulders, soothe your back, surround your heart. You are never alone in this journey. There is always love waiting to embrace you when you allow it. Receiving is an act of faith, an act of worthiness, and you, precious soul, are worthy of rest, of peace, of joy, of being cared for, not because you have done enough, but because you are enough. Let that truth fill you from within. When you begin to live from the heart again, the world looks different. Colors feel brighter, sounds feel softer. The pace of life slows down, not because it stops, but because you are no longer rushing through it. You are present. You are available. You are in tune. Living from the heart is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It brings you back to who you are. It invites you to notice the tiny miracles, the morning light on your skin, the soft breeze against your cheek, the quiet satisfaction of a peaceful moment. These are gifts. They are all around you, and you begin to see them when you allow yourself to feel again. Practice staying close to your heart each day. Place a hand over it often. Speak to it gently. Ask it what it needs. Trust its answer. And even when the world feels loud, even when doubt returns, you will have that connection, that deep, sacred thread of truth within. It will guide you. It will hold you. Gratitude becomes easier here. Not forced gratitude, not should gratitude, but real, quiet thanks for simply being here, for the breath that moves, for the body that carries, for the heart that still opens, even after all it has seen. That is where softness lives, in the noticing, in the appreciating, in the being. You are not meant to close yourself to stay safe. You are meant to stay open and know you are safe. That is true power. That is divine love. That is softness living out loud. And now, as this moment closes, let a gentle truth settle into your soul. You are allowed to be soft after being strong. Let that truth walk with you. Let it be the song your heart hums throughout the day. Let it be the feeling that fills your body as you lie down to rest. Let it be the blessing you carry forward. You don't need to be anyone else. You don't need to do anything more. Just keep choosing love. Keep choosing kindness toward yourself. Keep choosing softness. Say quietly within, I am safe to be me. I am allowed to rest. I am deeply loved. I am whole. And so it is.